Oh yeah, we're back again, Don and I. How are you doing, my dear friend?
I'm doing fine. Genghis, how you doing? Genghis Khan conquered all of Asia and most of Europe, but Genghis done. We're going to pinball internet. That's what we're going to do.
It's much better that way, right? It's much better. Oh man, Don, we have a great show today. We have to talk about Stern Jaws. We have to talk about Spookies, Looney Tunes Spookies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and American Pinball's Barbecue. And you have played all the games. This is going to be an awesome show. I was sick. You ask me every day, let's do a show. You're filled with energy, and I'm loving your pinball positive energy. I'm still a bit sick now, so you will be 80% of this show, and you have the energy, right, Don?
Absolutely. Let's go, man. I can't wait.
Let's go.
So much new pinball to talk about, and I've played it all, so that's amazing.
Yeah. You own some of these games. That's awesome.
I'm a lucky boy.
Yeah, you are, man. Yeah. I wanna first of all, I wanna start with Stern Jaws. You just got yours.
Premium
version. Why not Pro? Why not LE? Why did you choose Premium?
They're both really good games. Now, I'm a premium guy. I don't like the plastic apron on the Pro. I want the extra shots and everything. But Jaws Pro, fantastic game. The code's the same for both of them. The gameplay is essentially the same. You just get a little bit more of a better game with the premium. But man, like the breakdown between Pro and Premium is minuscule, man. I played a Pro on location last night, and you get to see more of the play field. You get to see more of the ramps and things. So you can't go wrong with this game. I do like my Premium. The upper play field is fun, but I like the metal apron. I like everything else that comes with it, man. But fantastic game either way, man. They absolutely killed it. What a theme, dude.
Yeah, man. You unboxed it last week, right?
Must have been. It's been crazy. I got so many boxes sitting around, and I got unboxed 6 games in a week.
So usually, your idea was buying every Stern and have it some time, and then just sell it, right?
That's been the plan, and so far with a couple of hiccups, that's how it's gone. So it started with Foo Fighters. I took it, powder coated it, modded it out, played it, sold that. Did the same with Venom. I kind of miss Venom a little bit. Jaws is number 3 now in the plan. The plan was for 4, so far so good. We got one more, but it's going to be hard to get rid of Jaws, man. It's so much fun.
That was my question. Are you planning on selling it, or is it a keeper? Because I know Big Lebowski is a keeper for you. Yeah, you love that game.
Very much so, yeah.
You also love your Stranger Things with that awesome topper in the background.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. And it's modded to the hilt now. It's got powder coat, custom laser cut armor. It's fantastic. Upgraded audio package. I'm I'm in Hawkins playing it, man.
It's so cool. And you have got a JJP in the middle, I can see.
I've got a dialed in on loan. So, yeah, I'm giving it some love. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I like the layout. Theme does nothing for me. Man, you take the Toy Story theme, you put it in this layout, man, you really would have something.
The layout and shots on that game, totally underrated. I like to play that game. Yeah, theme is missing. The music is what it is. But shots on layout, I like the game.
I'm watching
a lot of pin for your money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. So the Jaws, it's a keeper for right now, or are you planning on selling it? Because next month we will have new Stern game.
I know. I'm running straight out of room, sir. So I think I'm going to be kind of forced to get rid of it, but. It's a game this game is going to be in production for 5 years or more. I could already see it. There's going to be thousands of these. If at any point I'm really, really missing it, I don't think it'll be too difficult to grab another one.
It's an Elwin game. It will be at least on production for 5 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So which mods are you going to do on your Jaws? Because I really love when you buy your pros, when you share your videos with me. I mean, do you have anything planned?
Yeah, so the shooter rod was easy. I've already done that. I just put my first prototype topper up there too, which looks just nuts, man. I went nuts with it.
I'm so sorry, that's Indy.
I've already got myself some interest in it. I've got some orders. So I've done the topper. I switched out the translite. The art blades are already in there. Kind of all my standard stuff. I'm making little 3D printed apron cards to replace the instruction card with something that's got graphics on it. So that's been popular. People are digging that. Flipper toppers are coming. There's so many mods. Everybody
you have to visit Pin Sound also. They have got Jaws mods. You have to check them out. The sponsor of this video.
Okay, yeah.
You have to check them out. Absolutely, man. Okay, so you're loving Jaws.
Love Jaws.
Good. Because I'm going to come back to that.
Sure.
So, next game we're going to talk about is Spooky Looney Tunes only. Looney Tunes. You visited Spooky, you got invited, and you end up buying Looney and a Texas. You got both of them home. Let me hear your thoughts about Looney Tunes first.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. Okay, how is the layout? Because it has got 4 flippers. I love 4 flipper games. How is the layout? If you talk about layout only.
Listen, talking about 4 flippers, 4 ramps, 4 wire forms. The 2 upper flippers each have under flipper shots, and the thing is dripping with flow. There's no breaking here. There's interesting mechanisms. There's good sculpts and toys. The collector's edition is decked out with absolutely everything you could want. You know, from
mod. You have no mod. You have not added nothing.
There's nothing to add. What the hell am I going to add? The old
Spooky.
The only thing I'm looking at, there's no graphics on the interior of the apron. I could do that, but there's magnetic graphic panels on the speaker panel, on the apron. Everything's powder. Everything metal is powder coated.
Respect maximum to Spooky. It's so cool, man. We love those guys. We love them.
The box
so cool.
The same price as a Stern Premium that I had to put a shaker in, that I had to put a knocker in, that I have to powder coat. It's already done with the Spookies.
Okay, between you and I, forget all the listeners. Between you and I,
just us, man.
How's the quality holding up? Is it okay?
No, it's
out of the box. Be honest.
I'm kidding. I haven't had like any issues outside of anything you would get with a new unbox. I had a screw that came loose on a plastic. I put it back in. Like that's kind of it, you know. Okay. Yeah, the code's a little early, so on some of the live streams, you'll see where a ball just kind of stops and that's it. But they've already got an update out, and that's already not even a problem. They've already added a new mode to the game, and I can't wait to see where they take this code, man.
That's so nice, man. Okay,
in Europe too. I saw some are on location in like Austria.
Yeah. RS Pinball. It's coming. And we're going to start selling them. I'm really, really excited about Spooky Pinball machines. Absolutely. So the next up, you also bought the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Did that hold up also? Same good quality?
I can't decide which one I like better. So I feel like I'm a shill for Spooky. Like, you go buy these games, there's no flaws, no problems. But like, honestly, that's how I feel. I was prepared when I went down there. Like, I'll probably get their next game. I like these guys. I want to support them or something. And then they got 2. And I'm like, well, shoot, what do I do now? So I decided to do the easiest option, which is just buy both of them so I don't have to make any decisions. And I'm thinking, this is
the baller, man.
Ridiculous. They have the same layout. What am I doing with both games? But because there's a different team involved in the production of each one of these games, they do play very differently. And like, I'm not even unhappy about the fact that I've got both of them here. And when it comes, if I've got to pick one to sell, I honestly don't know which one's going to go.
They don't have different production team. They have different coders.
Different coders, the artists, the rules are different. Yeah. So the layout and the shots, I mean, the layout is great. And here's the thing.
When you play one of them and just turn it off and play the next pin, do you feel it's a different feeling? How is it? Because not everybody will buy Texas and Looney in their private collection.
You know what it's like?
Feel different. How is it?
Remember when you were a kid and you're at the hotel swimming pool, and then you jump out of the pool and jump into the hot tub, and then you jump back into the pool? Like,
it's cold.
You're still in the water, right? You're still swimming, but it's like such a different environment, you know? Looney Tunes, very, very funny, very slapstick, fast-paced and everything. They both play very fast. But then you jump into Texas, and all of a sudden, now you're adding, like, fear and anxiety and just so much more emotion. So initially, I gave the nod to Texas because there's just even more of an emotional response from that game. But they're both, I can't decide. They're both fun. And everybody I've invited over so far has really liked it. I've had 7 people over. 2 of them played Looney Tunes and went and ordered them right away. So it's not just me. It's not just me being a shill for Spooky. You know, I paid for the bottom. I really like them. And now people are finally getting to play it. Texas Pinball Festivals this week. Yeah. And I think after that, you're going to hear from people like, is Don full of crap or is it like a really loaded, awesome layout?
So could you recommend a private collector to buy both games at once? I mean,
I did. Now, I'm in the nice Venn diagram where I love horror. I appreciate it. Love Halloween, haunted houses. Chase me with a chainsaw through a cornfield. I love it. And I also like the cartoons too. So some people, they're not like me. And, they want the family friendly game. They're not going to feel bad about it. Other people drive a hearse to work just for fun. And so they need to have Texas and they're going to buy that one and be happy with it. But I've already met a couple other people.
You can't choose one. You can't say, get this one.
I can't, man. Now, if there's young children in the home that are going to be frightened, I think Looney Tunes is the way to go. Yeah. But see, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Buy one now, and then when you're done with it, sell it, buy the other one, or buy both.
Does the spookiness work in Texas? Do you get frightened? Do you get scared in Texas Chainsaw? Do you have these scare jumps? Does it work in a pinball machine?
I get exhilarated, right? So when you're playing Halloween, you're playing as a victim, and you're trying to battle against Michael, like he's the big bad there. So it's like that's the environment you're on, playing it dark at home. He's creeping around the bushes and stuff, trying to kill you. This game you're playing is the family chasing victims, so it's maniacal than anything. So it's not like so much jump scares as it's like, oh my God, what are we doing? I'm playing a mode where I'm torturing a woman in a freezer. What the heck is happening? Every time I hit a sling, there's a chainsaw noise. The left sling, the left speaker, the right, it's in the right. You're just like, it's just mayhem, dude.
Okay. I mean, for me, I haven't seen it yet, but that video Zach put up where he showed that the what he's called, the chainsaw guy, does he have a name?
Leatherface,
yeah. I watched it 20 years ago. Well, Leatherface, Zach, he cuts the video. He takes this girl in and closes the door, and you can hear the chainsaw. When I saw that edit, with the door that closes also on the pinball machine, Zach's edit, it just goosebumps. It worked for me. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. If you get those kind of things, feelings in the game, wow.
There's a mode where you're actively torturing your victim, right? And you can see the door back there just trying to open, like she's stuck in the meat locker trying to get, and like she's not getting out.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, like they didn't put kid gloves on when they designed this. They're like, we're going to be true to this license. This is a horror film about a chainsaw massacre, and that's what they made. So it's man. Like, if someone, it does feel like a little bit how you feel when you're playing Walking Dead, right? Because it's it's zombie, it's a horror game, but like you're there, man. When you put the ball on a meat hook, there's a woman on the screen getting hung on a meat hook, like. They've nailed it.
It shows. Does he have, can you remove that so it's for, PG-12 or something?
I think there is. I think you can switch the adult mode off in there, but I ain't touched it.
No. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Yeah, I'm buying that game because you love stuff like that. Absolutely, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Man, congrats. It's so cool. So the next game I want to ask you about is American Pinball's barbecue game, because everybody's saying that David Fix invited you over, because when they invite you over, you buy a game from them. Did you buy one of his games?
I have not, sir.
Whoa! So people are not. Hey, look at this.
What do you got?
Look what I found in my pocket.
Cash money.
Last time I was in the U.S. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get some toppers. We do know what we use this kind of money for here in Denmark.
Blow your nose.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. Money for when you got everything. Everything comes with just being Danish over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh, right. I have a message to Monica. Monica, so I talked to your husband. He wants to visit me here in Denmark, and I said to him, Monica, I can take you to a place with 150 pinball machines. We can have some fun. You know what your man said? He said, nah, man, I'm fed up with pinball machines. Show me some Danish beer. Let's talk with some beautiful blonde Scandinavian women and have some fun in a bar. So we're going to go out and drink some Danish beer and talk with beautiful Danish women, right? Scandinavian women. It's okay. It's okay.
Thanks for that. There goes my whole week. drive to Texas.
You said it, dude. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to you visiting me. Absolutely, man. So you didn't buy a barbecue game?
I bought a barbecue. Now,
Why not?
well, first off, I'm full up to begin with. I wasn't expecting them to reach out like they did, but Ron, their new sales and marketing guy, reached out to me. He's like, Don, we got a new game coming out. Would you like to come down, maybe check it out? And of course, dude. So the next week, I'm in the car. I'm heading down there. We're signing forms and stuff. I walk through this.
Wait, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So I know they have got a new support guy, but they also have a new marketing guy.
Sales and marketing. Yeah. He came from
that guy reached out to you.
Yeah.
Kudos to that guy. That's cool, man.
Cool. Yeah.
That's cool. Wow. Okay. So we went out there. How was it? Tell me about American Pinball Factory, because last week people were saying they were shutting down. Is it true? What's going on? You were there.
Yeah, it's not true. That rumor came out of nowhere. I don't know who knows what the actual truth is. I know at some point they were looking for investors, but I can tell you, walking through this factory, it does not look like a place that's 10 days from shutting down. There's Italian marble on the ground. They've got it's everything you could want. It's like walking into the chocolate factory.
Did they have games on production lines?
Absolutely, yeah. There's about 20 barbecues ready to go. They had about 15 or so Houdinis that the cabinets are ready for those orders to be filled up. There was like 30 GTFs in boxes with the tank treads ready to go. And
they have people working there. Did you see that?
Yeah, they were having a lunch break and singing "Happy Birthday" to one of them. So they were there.
Oh, that's so cool! I'm so happy to hear that. I don't want American Pinball to close down. Absolutely not, man. So I'm very happy to hear that.
It's the best setup you could possibly imagine. You go in there and like every part is ready to go, ready to reach. They've got 2 lines there going. They can't make 1,000 games a week like Stern can, but their size, they're not wanting for anything that's there. And it was the thing that I always wanted. I always wanted to walk in and like see the brand new game before the reveal. I go to the show floor with David Fix himself.
Yeah.
And then there's Barrio's barbecue, like just sitting there ready to go, or lights in place.
So where is your YouTube video showing everything?
I was definitely not allowed to film or take any photos or anything at all.
Oh man. Well, so you have nothing from the fabric, nothing from the factory, no nothing?
They did take some publicity photos for me that were released to me once the game came out, so I was able to share those. But that was initially. Maybe when they get ready for their next game, GTF 2, I'll be able to do a film. So yeah, like the first thing, you see this game and it's like, my God, they actually did it. It wasn't a code name. This is a pinball machine about American barbecue with Barry Usler's name dripping all over it. And, everybody's view is valid with this game. I will say, I spent the morning with them, walking, touring the factory and everything. We went and got lunch, had some spirited discussions, and then came back and I got to play the game for about 90 minutes with one of their testers. And game plays just fine. The shots feel good. No bricks, no shots like Houdini. Everything is hittable. Everything is findable. And there is some innovation there with this thing that they call the bash lock. I don't know if you've heard about the talk about that.
No.
What this is they've got saucers that the balls lock onto, lock one ball, lock another ball, start a multi-ball. Yeah. But they're angled in such a way that when you hit the ball, they can roll back, come back into the saucer to register a hit, and work as a bash toy as well. So,
it's innovation.
It's old school gameplay, like games like Centaur, where you can kind of lock balls, on the saucers or whatever, or like Fathom, where you can put balls on saucers.
Yeah.
And but they also function kind of as bash toys, and so that was kind of fun. The game's layout reminded me.
Cheap. It costs like a Swim Pro, right?
Yeah, $69.95 for their game, and they're making 100 limited editions.
Okay. So when you look down at the play field, a picture is one thing, but when you look down, does it feel like there's more stuff than a Stern Pro, or is it about the same? The same price?
There's more stuff than on Stern's Beatles. I'll say that. But it's not like so that's the thing. This is going head to head with a Stern Pro, right? You can go get Jaws Pro right now and have a movie license that you already know, loaded with all the assets, interesting shots, modes for days. And barbecue is not in that same scope. Barbecue is in the scope of Hot Wheels. That's a little bit more fun to play, I think.
Okay.
It's got good lighting. It's got a good play field. The build quality seemed perfectly fine and serviceable. But it's a barbecue theme. If that doesn't appeal to you, that's kind of it.
Who does it appeal to?
That's a good question. And that's what people are kind of sorting out now that I'm hearing other people's reactions and things. Because, this is a tribute to the designer. This was the final game that he made, Barry Osler. So they put his name on there, which for pinball people, we understand what that means. But for everybody else, who is this guy? Is he a guy from the Food Network? Is he a guy that they made up? Is it a fictional character?
I'm gonna be a bit evil now. I mean, rest in peace, Barry Osler. I'm gonna be a bit evil now because when you look back, I don't know. Have you played his games, his old games from the '80s, from the '90s?
Yeah, Gorgar, man, that's one of my dogs, dude. I love that game.
Gorgar is good, but if we take a look at his '80s games, '86, he made Grand Lizard. Did you play that?
I have. I don't remember a ton of. I haven't done a lot of time on it.
Oh, okay. Pinbot?
Oh, yes. Yeah. This is not Pinbot.
Okay.
Pinbot is mechanistically interesting. This is lacking like any kind of like mechanism, really.
No moving parts done.
No moving parts.
He made Fire, Williams' worst game ever.
I've got a spot for Fire, but okay, that's valid.
He made Space Station in '87. That's a cool game. That's a cool game. He made Cyclone, really stinker. He made Jokers, mediocre. He made Police Force, great game. He made Bad Cats, I don't know. He made Harley Davidson, I don't know. He made Hurricane. That's the worst DMD game ever. That's Hurricane. He made another Harley, I don't know. He made Dr. No, again with moving, Doctor Who, with moving a thing is there. Real nice game. Then he went ahead and made Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is a really popular game, horror theme game. I like Dracula. Then he made Popeye. It's a cheap game. He made Dirty Harry, another cheap game. He made Whodunit, another cheap game. He made Jackpot, another cheap game. And then he ends out with Junkyard, which is the worst WPC 95 game. Okay, so worst, and worst. That's just, it's not just me. Everybody's saying that, except the owners that wants to sell this game. But Barry Osler, I mean, rest in peace. He has made some good games. So this will come out a bit evil, but pinball is niche, and then barbecue is even more niche, and then Barry Osler. So I understand that they predicted 100 LE is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Having played the game, do you think they will sell 100 LE?
Now, I don't know. I reached out to them on Friday, a few days ago, and they said they were expecting by Monday to have all 100 sold. So, I will say this, they're not stupid. They know that we've been saying, hey, guys, grab a licensed theme. Let's take this and run with it, and that we don't understand all the decisions they come up with. But they understand what they're doing. This is the game that they wanted to make the way that they wanted to make it. And that's what they're doing. You can like that or not, but that's what they're doing, man.
Yeah. So if they think, okay, we'll sell 100 of these and maybe 500 standard models, and if they have, in 6 months another game ready to be launched, then I think it's okay what American people is doing. Then I think it's okay. An homage, last respect to Barry Osler, and it's okay. But if they think we'll make 5,000 of these, I don't really think so.
This is not looking like the scope of a Godzilla or a Jersey Jack Guns N' Roses, where there's going to be thousands and thousands of these. And maybe for them and their marketing strategy, they're like, we need a game that's going to do a run of a couple hundred, take up a few months on the production line, then we're ready to drop our major atomic bomb. Maybe that's coming. I don't know. I'm not involved in those decisions at all. I will say that I did have fun playing it. Okay. So I'm going to go play it in Texas.
But you didn't want to buy it.
Correct.
It's cheap. So how about if you had a location? Would you have bought it?
So that's the thing. I think their games, especially Galactic Tank Force, I still think that's a good game for a location because it's a game that I don't think a lot of people bought for their game room, but I think they would go play it on location. Godfather's the same way. I wasn't in love with that theme. It wasn't an environment I wanted to spend a ton of time in, so it wasn't a home purchase for me. But when I go on location, I put some dollars into it. So I think, yeah, if I had a location with 6 to 10 machines already, this one would be built to be put on location. There have some special incentives for location operators. That's kind of what they built this game for. Is they're thinking this is going to be a location game. It's not going to be one that people are buying necessarily for their homes. It's not Goonies. It's not Gremlins. It's not Back to the Future. But it can go in a lineup just like Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels doesn't break down and tends to earn pretty well, from what people tell me. This could be another one like that. So if you think about it in that scope, it makes a little more sense.
That's fair. So, did you talk about the future? You talk about upcoming games. Will they be licensed or will it be something like this again? Did you talk to David Fix about stuff like that?
Yeah, I just kind of kind of address the topic and things, but of course they weren't ready to disclose anything else. I haven't heard what their next game is. I know that David's done some interviews recently where he's talked about the next 2 games for them were going to be kind of unlicensed, and then they did have a licensed game for number 3. So there's supposed to be another unlicensed one, or maybe it's like a pinball license. It's supposed to be the follow up, like another Whitewater or something. If that's still happening, who knows?
I've heard those rumors also. That could be awesome because Whitewater is a lot, man. But again, that's a niche in a niche again.
Yeah.
It's for people like you and I that has go way back on the pinball history, because we run locations here in Denmark. People put in $1 or $2 and they play for like under a minute, and they don't know what Whitewater is.
Yeah.
They just go in and look at this, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Then they put in some money. Most people, they put in some money and they're like, where's the ball? What do I do? I mean, they don't know. They have to, take the plunger and shoot the ball. So most people are like, maybe 80% of the visitors are like that. But for a location, you just need to be on point and have a great theme, man. You need to have a Star Wars.
Yeah, and right now, if you're a location operator, this game is the same price as a Stern Pro. And so Stern has Star Wars available. They have Godzilla's available. James Bond is out there. Jaws is available Pro. And how do you not? So if you're a location that already has all of those and you want something else, I think Barbeque would be a good game for tournaments because it's got a kind of a taxi style layout. It's not going to have super long balls times.
Okay.
And Steve Bowden had a lot of input on it. He's a tournament player, right? So it may be kind of a cool game to play as a tournament. It doesn't have a building that needs to reset every time, So
it's a fast-paced game then.
Yeah, and the shots felt good, just like the shots on Hot Wheels feel good. It's just on Hot Wheels, I just don't care because the theme doesn't do a whole lot for me. Barbeque was a little more fun. I don't know if that's because it was a little more adult, whatever.
How about the spinner on the ramp?
That was cool. Yeah, both of the ramps have spinners on them. Yeah.
Oh my God! Can you hear the music? No, it's gone now. I'm so sorry. Okay, so where is your Pulp Fiction?
Good question. Doesn't exist yet, from as far as I know. I reached out to my distributor last week again because I saw that the standard editions are being made and they're leaving the factory.
Yeah. Everybody has them. It's unboxed everywhere. Why doesn't Don have his?
It's going to be the thing where I don't know until I get a call and it's ready to ship, probably. So whether that's in a month or 6 months, neither way would surprise me at this point.
So is that the last game you have ordered now?
Absolutely. Yeah, that'll be all caught up.
Okay, but last time when we talked, you were like, "Oh, I have Venom on the way. I have this and this and this. You have so much. You had so much on the way."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not on the way. How about Centaur? Did you order that?
Does it matter? Are you going to get it? Is it ever going to exist? Come on.
From Haggis?
Yeah. No. I don't have any money in Centaur. And at this point, I'm not really interested in putting down deposits on games that I'm not going to get for 1 or 2 or 3 years. That's not fun. Pulp Fiction, okay. But, if Back to the Future, if they were taking pre-orders right now, I would wait, just because I don't want to have money tied up for years and years. And then, it'd be expected, just be, ambushed by an invoice when I'm not expecting it, I like, hey, Jaws Premium is coming out this month. Give us this money on this date. You're going to have your game. Love that.
That's how it should be. Also, the one with the topper up there, what's it called?
Labyrinth, yeah.
Yeah. When they announced that they actually had games in boxes.
I will say, for barbecue, American Pinball did something cool. They reached out to locations and had games already en route. So by the day
Oh,
that it released, there was 10
oh,
locations that already had it to play. Uh,
that's the way to go. So cool.
there's games on the way to Texas right now to be played and then be sold. So if you want one, you can pay your $69.95 and get it and put it out. So
That's so
yeah, I
cool.
love that. I love that. They did
I
that right.
remember when you said Texas. I remember last year at Texas, Spooky had like 8 games or something that they sold there for $500 discount or something.
Yeah.
I think they will take Texas Chainsaw and Looney Tunes out there also. So if people is interested,
They're taking a ton of games.
First.
They told me there's going to be a Looney Tunes butter cabinet on the floor ready to sell. Buy it and take it away at the end of the show. So if you want to get one and totally skip the line, it's going to be down there. Yeah, I don't think they're going to take any games home with them.
50 games there. I hope they will do that and just sell all 50. Why not, man? It's so cool. People can play it and just take it home. So cool, man. I'm excited, and we have some great games coming up here in 2024. So I'm excited for pinball. How about you?
Absolutely, I can't wait, man. Yeah, yes, Stern is a machine, and I got a subscription. Just when your new game comes out, just send it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I also buy the Stern games and unbox them. I hope you watch my videos.
Absolutely.
I get pretty early because of location, so it's really cool. At the beginning of the video, we talked about Stern. One thing I just wanted to ask you about is, did you play Jaws Pro before you bought the premium, or did you just go in on a premium?
I played both of them as soon as they hit Interium in Chicago. So, yeah, I did play both, and then I was happy getting the premium. Yeah, yeah.
I only have the Pro, but the premium was awesome.
Don't even discount it like that. That Pro plays amazing. People would make comments that the Godzilla Pro, they liked it a little better, it was a little faster. I still like Godzilla Premium for sure, but I can see the argument for Jaws Pro. It's got all of the code, all of the gameplay. You're missing a couple extra shots in the upper playfield, and you're missing the peekaboo shark. Not that it adds a ton. I like it because it's mechanistically interesting, but yeah, I don't think you'd go wrong with the Pro either. And the limited edition, it looks whatever one you get, it's going to be a great game.
Is the upper playfield worth $3,000?
Probably not. Not for this one. It's easier to get up there than the upper playfield on Foo Fighters, but the upper playfield on Foo Fighters, you could sit up there and loop for a while and hit the targets. This one, you're lucky if you get 2 shots off. Usually it's 1, and then you're back to the regular game. But it's fun. The Pro with Jaws includes a lot of the great shots from the premium, so you're not really losing much.
Absolutely. So just an honorable mention. I want to ask you last question, my dear friend. Happy to see you here. Last question. Welcome to the Black Knight.
Oh
so you got the Pro, right?
What a fantastic game that is. Yeah, I got myself a Black Knight Pro. Finally, Sword of Rage Pro. I've got it.
Yeah.
I was on the hunt.
So you're missing the upper playfield.
I'm not missing it.
Who cares, right?
Who cares? Yeah, no.
Do we have the topper for it?
Absolutely.
Where is the game? I can't see it.
It's behind the camera. I had to expand the line. I've got another line with Jaws and Black Knight Sword of Rage. They're back to back with each other. They're right around the corner. But what a fun experience that is. Plays fast. It's brutal. I love it. Steve Ritchie yells at me. Bring it. I want more of that.
The grab is amazing.
Yeah.
That swinging, what's it called?
The mace?
Yeah, the mace is awesome. He shoots
play better.
Yeah, Steve Ritchie, man. Steve Ritchie. I love Steve Ritchie.
Yeah.
He's so awesome. I love that game. But the best part about that game is way back on the playfield. You can see that fireplace that ignites fire. Oh my God! Why doesn't other designers utilize that? It's so cool.
That LED board. And then there's 2 of them on the topper too. It's got 2 of those fires up there, and the head's moving around.
Yeah. Cool. Either do that back there, or put a screen just like on Labyrinth. Put something interactive back there. It's so cool. Also on Jaws, it has got this house on the right side. I love it, man. So cool details. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
My dear friend, Donnie, how are you, honey? I'm so happy we did this again. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next show.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Reach out, donspinballpodcast@gmail.com. Follow on Facebook, and I'll be at TPF. Go get a golden ticket. I'm gonna hide golden tickets around the expo. If you find one, bring it to me. You get a T-shirt. It's gonna be great.
Oh man, it's so cool. And you know what? Last year you started making your podcast, and I was maybe one of the first that welcomed you and said, "Come on in on my show." And everybody, go ahead and subscribe. Listen to this guy; he's a great guy. For a year ago, but today you need no introduction. Everybody in the pinball industry knows you, dog. You're doing a great job, my friend. Just keep up the positivity. I love it, man. Every time you call me, I smile. So yeah, yeah. Everybody, I'll see you on the next show. Bye.